What are some of the biggest misconceptions that you believe law firm owners might have about digital ads? Over the years, what have you seen?
Yeah, great question. I think that the biggest misconception is that from day one, as soon as you turn an ad campaign on, you're immediately going to get exactly the right phone calls from exactly the right potential clients, and 100% of them are going to hire you. Mm-hmm. And that's just not accurate. I will tell you, from time to time, we launch an ad campaign, and on day one, it starts working, and it doesn't need much modification. But that's not the norm, and any marketing company that tries to tell you that is the norm is full of crap. It takes testing. It takes refining. There are so many elements to a digital ad campaign. What is your messaging? What are your headlines? What does your landing page look like? Yep. What is your call to action? All of that stuff needs to be tested and refined. And once you do that and you start getting phone calls, then sometimes you realize, okay, the people who are calling me aren't quite the right fit or have this expectation when they should really have this expectation. Yep. And so you got to make some changes. And so, biggest single misconception is that it's just going to work from day one and there's no need for testing and iteration. Yeah. The reality is there's always need for testing and iteration. The beautiful thing about digital ads is they give you the ability to scale really fast. So I know you guys talk a lot about referrals and how great of a way to grow your business that is, and I fully agree, and maybe we can talk in a few minutes about how digital ads help you do that.
For sure.
The truth is, generally speaking, if I get to just choose one lead that I'm going to get today, and I can choose if it's going to come from a referral or come from a digital ad, guess what? I'm going to choose the referral.
Absolutely.
Because generally speaking, referrals close at a higher rate. They come in, they're preconditioned to trust you. They're not necessarily shopping around. So what I usually see is referrals close at 60 to 70% for a lot of law firms, versus digital ad clients maybe close more like 25 to 30%.
Yep.
The beauty though, so if you're listening to this and you're like, well, then why wouldn't I just always rely on referrals? Well, you should start with referrals. But the problem is eventually you kind of reach that ceiling of referrals and you're kind of dependent on other people to make those referrals.
Yeah.
Digital ads allow you to take it into your own hands and scale things up a lot faster. So even though there is probably almost always going to be a lower conversion rate, you also have a lot more control over your volume and you can scale faster.